Hello? Is anyone here?
Hey, welcome to Tour Repair and More. How can I help you?
Well, I got this, Phillips screwdriver here, and it served me pretty well, but it's getting a little rough and jagged around the tip there. It's kind of slipping away from screws. I'm trying to, get it in there. I was wondering if you could do anything with it.
This little thing, huh? Yeah. I'll see what I can do. Yep, I fixed her up pretty good. Here you go.
Oh my God! What the hell? What did you do to my screwdriver? This is insane.
Well, I did a little bit of work. I put a carbon fiber grip on it. You got a titanium alloy neck extension, a built-in flashlight, and a 3-year warranty.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's pretty good. Can you do the same thing for my penis?
All right. Come around back and I'll see what I can do. On average, a person swallows 500 to 700 times per day. However,
I did just now.
However, the quality of these swallows differ from person to person.
Like to say, some people are spitters, some people are swallowers, and some people are better swallowers than others.
But as long as you're not a quitter, that's what matters most.
That's all that matters. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
They said we couldn't do it. They thought they'd killed us. They said we couldn't make it back. We couldn't re-bring the Vibin Clueless Boys brand up to what it was. We're here to say fuck you.
And we're here to renounce that.
We're here to renounce and denounce those claims and announce our new rise to stardom, starting right now with episode 126 of the Vibin podcast.
Episode 126.
Yep.
How long has it been since the last one?
Probably like
2 months?
What month are we in right now?
Well, May. What's today?
I feel like it's been like
20.
7 months. I feel like it's been a while.
7 months.
I think it's been a while because I think we're doing 3 episodes before we finish Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, that's true. It's been a
while. Yeah,
the date right here.
Yeah,
right
the last podcast, it was this one uploaded on this date right here. And interesting though, it's a good number to stop at for our 125. That's
It was well rounded.
Yeah, we got past 100 and got to like a multiple of 5, one of the quarters of 100. It's a good solid number.
And now here we are picking it back up.
Yep, and then we got to get to 250. Once we get to 250, we're gonna take another hiatus then.
Yep, we'll do another 125 episodes and stop completely for a while.
Every 125, you can only get so much Clueless, and until you got to bring it back.
Yeah, that should be our thing. That's what we should do. Every 125 episodes we recorded this, we take a long break. And then we come back into it stronger and sexier than ever.
I'm at least one of those things.
Sexy?
Maybe. I'll leave it up to you to decide. Oh, let's get a nice sip of this. Oh, fuck! I forgot.
What did you forget?
I forgot to put some honey up in this bitch.
Oh, shit. Yeah, put some honey in
there.
Get
a nice dollop of clover honey.
Oh, clover honey.
Yeah.
Like what? Like black clover?
Yeah, it's just full of pornography. Full of tit, ass, and vagine. Bob's and vagine as far as the eye can see. Whoa. I think that's a porn anime, right? Black Clover?
Well, there's a lot of porn animes.
It's very true. There's another one, what's Black not Black Butler.
I think there's some Black Butler for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely some hentai and some Rule 34 and ecchi of Black Butler. But what's the main one? I think
the main anime?
Or like the main, yeah, I know there's Boku no Pico. That's what a lot of people say.
Well, yeah, but that's like family stuff, right?
I have no idea.
I think so. I think it's like some weird creepy shit. Actually,
I mean, from what I remember, I think it was Bible Black. That's what it's Bible Black. Bible Black is the big porn. That
and High School D&D, big porn.
Porn. High School of the Dead, wasn't it? Or
DXD Dead.
Yeah, I definitely jacked out to quite a few snes from that show.
Oh yeah,
I didn't watch it, but I found them online. And I was like, oh my god, this show exists. Where can I see more of it?
Oh, and then your little 12-year-old boy, like 5 times in the bathroom every day.
Oh, why is it red now?
Why is it red now?
I think we talked about this before, but
how red your cum guy?
Yeah. When you started jacking off, did the first time
The first time I
you
jack off,
pleasured
did I
yourself?
cry?
Did you release? Did you have an emission?
Okay, so we'll get personal here if you want. We'll get real personal. I for a while when I was starting to figure out like what pre-cum was,
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was at first, and I was scared. Genuinely, because like I would watch like movies with my dad, and like a sex scene would come on, and in my little boy mind, I'm like, oh, like I liked what was going on, but I didn't understand it. And then I would go to the bathroom, and then I'd see like I was wet. I'd be like, what
Yeah.
the. I didn't, and then I was just like, I was scared one time. It was gonna get real personal. So when I was alone with my
Dad, my
old,
dick's leaking.
no, when I was alone with my older brother once, I
Hey,
asked
bro, did your
him,
dick leak?
I legit asked him like, "Hey, is that normal?" And then he just looked at me because he was just like, he was like 14 at the time, and obviously he understood it.
Yeah.
He was just like, "Yeah, it's normal. Don't worry about it."
But don't talk to anyone about it.
Yeah, because
Don't mention it.
well, because I didn't want to ask my dad because one, yeah, well, he'd be like, yeah, like,
Yeah.
tell me to like fuck off. And if I told my mom, that'd be really hot. It's just,
Yeah, something.
yeah.
Who knows what might have happened? You might have gotten a Bible Black scenario
I
or a Boku no
know.
Pico scenario.
Or broken up Pico scenario, but no, like I didn't want to ask my other brother. He's retarded, so what was he gonna do? And I said, but probably just even I don't even know, but
Just smack it until it stops.
smack it until it stops. But yeah,
Little
and then,
that makes it
I
worse.
asked him, and then he said it was normal. And then the first time I released, I really enjoyed it.
I think
Quite great.
I think when I started jacking off, I don't even think I had cum yet to cum. So I think
You were just doing it.
So I think my first few loads were dry loads. I was shooting blanks for the first.
Oh, you were
first few
blue
times.
balling yourself.
No, I would still get my O face on, but just there would be no product.
Oh,
Just because
maybe it wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, my balls just didn't start making it yet. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, how old were you though?
Probably like just 12. I feel like I started when I was like 11, 12.
Oh, I had pre-cum when I was like 8 for sure.
Well, now I wasn't paying attention that much, but I think as far as a full on load goes, I don't think.
Oh, full on load, yeah, definitely like 12, 11, around there for sure.
Who knows? If you thought we were gone, we're back. We're 10 minutes in. We're talking about our cum.
We're talking
about
our
underage cum. Yeah. If you want it, you got it. This is spot for it, baby.
Hey,
if you want underage cum, this is the spot for it.
This is the channel for you.
We got loads of it. Pun intended.
Oh yeah, I got loads. All right, in the dryer and in the washing machine.
Oh yeah, I got some in the dryer right now. Did I start? Yeah, it started. Okay.
In European countries, they still hang a lot of their clothes outside.
Yeah, makes sense. Is it less energy, lowers your power bill, and it's got that classic feel to it. It makes you really feel like you're living in Victorian times, which some of them still are.
I would air dry my clothes vividly and every day. Religiously, if I didn't have 50 t-shirts of black shirts, and I think just hanging all those outside is just a crime because it'll just absorb all the heat. 50. If I hung 50 black shirts outside of my backyard, what kind of sign are my neighbors looking at me like? What the fuck? Because that's 50. That's 50.
That's 50 of them. I was thinking back to to a tangent we had on Mario and Luigi Brothership episode, and I was just thinking, what if you had that string of sentences you just had right now, but replaced the word shirts with people?
50 people.
50 black people hanging in your backyard. What would my neighbors think?
50 black. Oh, yeah.
If it was the 1700s, probably wouldn't bat an eye at it.
But you could do that with like a lot of like long phrases like that and just make it up even funnier. Like if you took that whole sentence that I just said right now and you bleeped one word in there the whole time, it would change the message completely. Like right now. No, I mean, if you wanted to do that, it would be kind of annoying. But you'd be like, because then just at that point, it would sound like I'm racist.
Exactly.
I had like 50 outside, and
I think it's another. George Carlin had a bit about that where he's like, it's difference between it's like punctuation and proper grammar is difference between helping your Uncle Jack off his horse and helping your Uncle Jack off his horse.
Yeah, you're right. It is a George Carlin.
That might be his, I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure that does sound fairly familiar. If it's not him, it's someone great too.
Oh yeah, let's clean this up a bit, Caesar. What have you been doing recently that sparks joy in you? What if your activity sparks joy?
Well, as the time that we've been having our break, I've been playing a few games here and there. Because as we like games.
We're gamers.
We're gamers.
Something gay.
Yeah, GAE, not GAY.
Yeah,
it's
gamers.
Old English.
Oh yeah, and then the E at the end too.
Then the at the end too.
Ye old gamer.
Ye old gamer. Haberdashery fun. That's no.
Haberdashery fun. Boy, got some fun in the haberdashery.
It's I don't know. Yeah, just try to sound smart. It's I've been playing the 3 games that I've been playing these past times. And I won't talk about all of them because I could go into detail about a lot of things, but who knows how long this will go for. But I'll talk about the most recent one I've been playing. And as of a few weeks ago, a remake came out, and I've been heavily addicted to it. And I've been playing the Oblivion
Oh
remake.
yeah, I was like, what remake came out? Yeah, the most the most popular game of the year, probably.
So here's what I've been doing so far. All
Oh
right,
yeah.
I started one profile, and then as I finished that, I did everything in it. I platinumed the base game of it. There's one thing I think
Oh,
I
you already
missed.
platinumed it?
Yeah, the base
Well, I
game,
mean,
the
it's
base
kind of,
game.
and that's kind of easy to do because it's not like challengey type shit. It's like,
And I'll be honest with you too, the map isn't really that big in this game
is
either.
it?
It's not that
I
big.
feel like it's again. This is just from my 20 minutes I played of original Oblivion, getting to the open world, seeing the huge map. It looks so fucking big to me.
It it it's it is big, yes, but like as if you compare it to like the Skyrim map, it's not because that's pretty huge
Yeah,
too.
it's real wide. Yeah,
Because
Oblivion's a big square kind
it's a
of.
big square. It's really just like a big it's like Australia if you just like cut a circle at the bottom of it like a half circle. That's basically the map like of Oblivion.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to the thing about that game too is it could feel like a really big game or you can make it a really small game because right away it gives you the opportunity to fast travel to cities.
Oh what?
You don't
Oh
have
crazy!
Yeah, you don't
Wow.
have to travel to them to
Is
unlock
it only
it.
major cities or is it every city, town, settlement?
And well, because in the game it's set up like in a little city. You have like this is Anvil, the main gate. This is the north gate, and then
Oh
here's the
yeah.
castle. It's just
Mhm.
but it's all just one. Takes it to the same place relatively, except if you go to the castle, it'll take you to a separate part of the city, but it's
Mhm.
still within that one city. But yeah,
All
you
right.
can fast travel right away in this game, right off the bat.
That's pretty insane. All
So
right.
that's why I said you can either take your time. Like on my first run, I explore because I just wanted to go for
Yeah,
it.
of
But then
course.
at these other runs, when I really wanted to get into it and like build the when I, because now I'm just doing classes because like I want a specific thing. So
Yeah, you
then just
want to
like I'm just
optimize it a
fast
different
traveling
way.
everywhere, trying to get the story moving pretty quick so I can level up and get to what I want from that
Exactly.
class.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
What's been your favorite way to play it so far? What sort of build and character?
All right, so here's and I'm a firm believer on this, hands down. Every time you play a class in Oblivion, you have to do magic because the magic system in this game. Once you max out your skill to 100, and then if you have enough magic to like cast these spells, the magic system is fucking broken because once you there's a there's a certain couple ways you can do it. Once you finish the quest line for the Mage's Guild and become the Archmage, you have an option in his room to like use a podium thing that you can use to mix spells.
Ooh.
But that's the thing. It's better to wait till you max out those skills like destruction, and then if you have a lot of magic, there's glitches where you can like break your magic,
Oh yeah,
or
of
you
course, of
can even
course.
like find items to rough it because you need if you want to if you want to do a crazy spell, you need a lot of magic.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
And
Makes
so when
sense.
you mix spells, it really just umps it. Like in my first playthrough, I did I was doing magic and I was doing like strength and a bunch of different enchanted weapons. And I'll talk about that in a second because the enchanted weapons in Oblivion kind of suck. Not because like the effects are bad, but like the enchantment themselves just don't last.
Hmm.
And you're just having to constantly refill, which is why I kind of don't like using enchanted weapons. It's kind of
It's like Skyrim where you can change the value because in Skyrim when you make an enchantment on a weapon, let's say for like fire damage,
right.
you can change it so it's like, all right, you'll do like 40 fire damage a hit, but you only have like 10 hits, or you can do 2 fire damage a hit and get 30 hits. Is it like that, or is it just
So it's split up into like health. So depending on the soul gem you use, like if you use a grand soul gem,
Yeah.
it'll give you like 3,500 points
that's yeah?
on
It
it.
also depends on the gem, yeah, and the
Yeah.
soul quality, yeah,
But it's
yeah.
separated. It's like health, really. But once it runs out, you could still use the weapon.
Yeah, you just
But
got to use another soul gem with a soul to refill it, like in
yeah,
Skyrim. Yeah,
exactly.
all right.
And but it's just annoying because some of them just run out so quick. And that's the thing. If you refill it, some of them you could get like this got 30,000 on it. Whoa! But if you don't have soul gems to replenish it, like I got like a 500 common soul gem, and it's like boop, like
Yeah,
it's
so you got to
nothing.
you're gonna
And
use
then if you
15
want to
of
refill
those.
it, like at a mysticism shop, you have to pay the amount in coin of how much it
Oh
is. So like
god,
30,000 to refill it. I'm like,
terrible.
fuck. But it's terrible, yes, but with the glitches in the game, which I highly advise at some point once you have fun, because you can really just make a shit ton of money and duplicate just a lot of items right off the bat. So technically, while it's stupid, the amount if you didn't do the glitches and make a lot of money, yes, it would be a pain in the ass. But if you did the glitches, you can do it if you have a shit ton of money, like 3 million coin in the beginning of the
Yeah,
game.
and even if you don't have glitches, I'm sure you can get there after a certain time. Even in
Oh yeah,
Skyrim, if you do vanilla, it's like, well, you're just a master thief and pickpocket, whatever. So you
yeah.
just steal thing and then
You could
sell
steal
it
good
over.
weapons and
Yeah.
you could sell them back. And then once you get your mercantile skill up all the way, you could sell the stuff for the full price it is.
Ooh, yep.
So you don't even
Hell
have to
yeah.
worry about. So if I got like a Diedrich armor cuirass for like 5 grand, it'll sell. If it's if my skill level is only at 50, it's only half of what I'm gonna get. But once it's at 100, 5 grand,
Yeah.
please
Full price,
take it.
bitch.
But then that's a problem too. If the merchants don't have enough gold, and
Yeah.
they can't give you the full.
That's one of the mods I love best for Skyrim is like it's like honest merchants or
Mhm.
something gives every single merchant like 10,000 gold. So it's like
And that's why you got to get that mercantile skill up because then it's
exactly.
just easier that way.
Because then, yeah, you have skill points probably that make it increase the amount of money they have. Because it's like, and I'm sure in this game as well, like in Skyrim, you're gonna have 1,000 fucking rubies and emeralds and just necklaces and shit you don't need, and you're gonna sell it. It's like, well, instead of going to 50 different people to sell it, make it so I can just go to one guy and then just, make it easy.
It's a fantastic game. But yes, going back to the point, every build you do in Oblivion always have to have magic. 1,000%, you can't do anything with it.
Because yeah, you're either gonna heal or do like some type of illusion to buff you or debuff them,
Right.
or soul trap to fill those soul gems.
Yeah, Soul Trap, you could get that into weapon or the spells, they have it too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But one thing I was gonna say is because I've tried a few different builds so far, and I've enjoyed some of them more than I did others, mainly because like I was talking about the magic, right? Making the magic. So yeah, you want to
Mhm.
break your magic because then I made a spell in my first character run that was a touch, like up on an enemy. It
Mhm.
had 100 points of fire damage, 100 points of frost damage, and 100 points of a shock damage.
Just all of
And
it.
then it was an area effect too. So when I
Oh
touched
my
it, the
god.
area effect would last like 10 seconds. So I would go up 10 and so I'm like, and I called you can name stuff too when you enchant it. So I called it the hand of God.
Yeah, that's what you say.
And I would go up to someone, I'd be like, ooh, and then it'd be like, ooh.
Jeez, that's hilarious.
It's so good. It's also really funny because you could put any name and anything in this game because it was old. It's just how it was back then. You're like, yeah, if you type it in, it's fine. So I've called some really stupid names, but it's just fun. So yeah,
Oh
you
yeah.
definitely have to do magic, and then I would advise conjuration in the game kind of fucking sucks
Why?
because
Aw,
the
damn.
best bound sword weapon isn't even that strong once you get it to your conjuration to 100, and you can there's a glitch in the game to where you could like summon the conjure the weapon and do some sort of glitch so then you could drop it, but then you can actually pick
Ooh.
it up and use it as an actual weapon so you don't have to
Yeah.
conjure it all the time. But they're just not that strong, the conjure weapons. Even bound sword, the strongest one. I used it and I worked hard to get for it in my second run when I was doing for it. But God, I just didn't like it at the end. I just didn't feel it was worth it. It barely did
Maybe it's
anything.
like in Skyrim where it's also because it's a conjured weapon, yes, but it's still also a one-handed sword. So maybe your one-handed
It was
skill.
two-handed.
Okay, well, so your two-handed skill needs to be higher to benefit because if your conjuration's 100, but your two-handed is 5, or you're summoning the sword, but your two-handed sucks, so it's not
Well,
gonna.
in here there's only blade skill and blunt skill.
Oh, okay.
So my blunt skill at the time, yeah,
My blunt skill.
yeah, my blunt skill. But it was pretty good. Even when it got into like the 75s, it was almost even at the max level. It
Mm,
wasn't just doing much.
yeah,
It's
makes
just kind of
sense.
garbage. It was like
Yeah,
because the weapon damage, because all the weapons in the game have set damages.
mhm. Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, it's
yeah,
and then you got to upgrade them, but you can't really smith your conjured sword because you're.
yeah,
Yeah, and you can't enchant it unless you
no,
besides Yeah,
yeah. So you
makes
can't really
sense.
do
It
much.
gets shitty after a while. But
So
I always love in Skyrim using the conjure sword because I level up my conjuration and my one-handed. They conjure bow, conjure great axe, do all the conjurings.
yeah, I think it's better in Skyrim for sure. The conjuration, but.
Yeah, but it seems like they had a lot more going on in Oblivion otherwise. So there's other ways to make up for it.
Yeah, there's other ways. Using just regular weapons on their own is really great too, because you have some beautiful fucking weapons in here that you can see. Some of them have really good effects that last actually a long time too. But it's what I've been doing right now. I tried a conjuration build. My first build, I did the magic one. Now my third one, I did a bowman because in the game it's really hard to like find a good weapon that has magic on it. But the trick is if you do a bowman, because you get an enchanted bow, And there's even some quests that you can do in the game because you can only give one enchantment to a weapon. You can't stack like it.
Yeah.
But some pre-built weapons in the game have like 4
Yeah, because
different
they're like
effects.
quest based, where it's like does this and this and this. Yeah.
So then you get the weapon, and then if you find magic arrows in the game,
Ooh.
that's the thing that once you find them, you have to duplicate them because they're so hard to find. So once you find it, you duplicate it, and then you get like 500 frost arrows. Then it just adds to the damage effect of the bow itself. So it's like 5 effects on one, which is
Crazy.
good. And I was using it for a good bit. It'll take like maybe 3 arrows to kill something, and it was fun. However, the only thing I found it to be kind of annoying was after a while, I just kind of got bored of just stew,
Yep.
stew, stew. But I mean, I wanted to try that again after this run that I'm doing right now because I did the evil shit right off in that game, right off the bat. So
Perfect.
it was kind of well because I wanted the bow that this quest line from this guild gives you that has like 4 different
Oh
effects
yeah.
on it. So I
Okay.
was like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do this real quick to get that, and then steal some arrows from one of them, and then like, oh, I have a pretty good bow, and it's nice, but I don't know, it just kind of just doing the evil shit first. It was just I don't know, I didn't really like it that much. Just I don't know, maybe it was just a personal preference at the time how I felt, but I'm gonna try it again. Just go through like the main quest first to the because it's just easier to get you build your character in that game if you do like the main quest, fighters guild, and the mages stuff first.
Yeah, because it's all kind of
It all
made for
just builds
doing it
up.
at that
Yeah.
stage. Yeah.
It just makes it easier to do it. I think I shouldn't have started off with I think it was too strong at that point. It was too strong.
It was too good. It was too good.
Too good.
That's a risk you can run in these Bethesda games. Getting too fucking overpowered way too early.
But I'm gonna try it again after this one because right now I'm really enjoying this one that I'm doing hand to hand.
Ooh, yeah.
Because the hand to
Pugilism.
hand in Skyrim isn't really that great unless if you play Khajiit because then you have
Or
the
an
claws.
Argonian, yeah.
Yeah, because
And
then
you,
you
and
get
you
the
get those one gloves from the guy in the Riften for the plus 10% unarmed damage. Bam.
that's the but even then because in here in that game it's just like there's no cool like animate. What was the animations when you do the hand to hand in Skyrim?
So it's got the kills too. So you had the suplexes and like
Oh
fucking just
right, the
beating yeah, it
suplexes.
was
Yeah,
crazy shit.
it was pretty good. I like so, but I was doing hand to hand in here and magic as well. Hand to hand in Oblivion is pretty great because, like you said, you could just find items as well to buff that up. And then in here, what it is, the combo here, you do you do a right, you do a left, right, left, and then you do an uppercut and just bam.
Bam. Yep.
That's nice.
See, once you figure out those combos, it's easy peasy.
It's pretty fun. But yeah, I've just been that's what I've really been enjoying that game so far. A
Nice.
lot of fun.
Hell
A
yeah.
lot of fun.
I'm sure a lot of people are as well.
Yeah, I keep seeing clips of it online. I sent you that picture that somebody made of like Shane Gillis,
Oh,
like
yeah,
in the
yeah,
game,
yeah,
because the
yeah.
customization in that game is pretty nuts too.
Yeah, it looked exactly fucking like him.
It's scary.
I'm enjoying watching Super Mega play some of their Oblivion playthrough.
I've only seen the first bit of it so far. I haven't watched the rest of their playthrough, but from what I saw, they were having a pretty good
Yeah,
time.
they're having a fun time drawing the skeleton man out of the cave, whatever his name is, like a skeleton pirate guy.
Skeleton pirate. Oh yeah. In the in the bottom
Yeah,
of the cave. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun little episode drawing them out. I've been playing.
What have you been playing?
Darkest Dungeon again.
This the first one.
Yeah, the first one. I've got the second one's very different. I'm not sure if I would like it as much. Plus, it seems like there's a lot of mechanics, and there's a lot of mechanics in the first one, but it's just a lot of shit I don't want to think about or have to deal with. And
That's fair.
because
And the first one's close to our hearts anyway.
exactly, like just in the second one, the Highwayman. One of his things is he has an attack that can steal enemies' buffs. So like an enemy has like a speed and accuracy increase, he can do an attack and steal it for himself, and he has like a whole build dedicated to that. Like, then that's already that seems like too much shit to fucking deal with. Not only dealing with my own, but having to think about what they're doing, possibly steal them, and I'm sure there's combos for it to make it somewhat easy, but I don't want to learn.
You don't want to learn.
I don't want to learn, but I am willing to learn Darkest Dungeon 1 again and try to get good, and I'm sort of all right.
That game is really fun. The first one. I sometimes I get in the mood where I'm like, oh, you know what? And I have it on my Xbox, and I'm just like, I'll play this again. And then I get into it for like a few hours, and I'm going. But man, when you die in that game hard and you get set back pretty far, it is a pain in the ass to fix everything.
But that's the thing. You can't let yourself get set back that far. Like if you have literally no money, can't even afford resources, might as well start over at that point. Because I'm looking at the Reddit, of course, trying to find tips and shit. But you kind of learn things. Like I figured out, like it takes about for a short to medium quest, it's like 4,000 to 5,000 gold to get all the shit I want, all the resources and shit. So
yeah,
as long as I have that much money, I can do it. And then it is also a good tip I read was not worrying too much Try not to upgrade your heroes, but upgrade the town more because the town stays and the heroes can die. And of course, like it says
Oh, it's
when
just
you open
true.
the game, it's the Darkest Dungeons, is a game about making the best of bad scenarios. So yeah, people will die.
And that's okay.
Yep.
Even if you like a character, you'll find another one that you like.
I had Reynolds and Dismas for so long. The two guys, the Crusader and the Highwayman you start with. I had him for so long. And then Reynolds fucking died. No, Dismas died. The Highwayman, he died first. And I had Reynolds, and he got fucking killed by a boss. So,
Ah,
but you just got to deal with it, and you got to know when to quit. Because even though quitting will give your guys a fuck ton of stress,
and make you look like a bitch.
it make you look like a big bitch. It's better to if you care about one of the characters enough to get out and then just live to fight another day.
Live to fight another day.
But sometimes you just got to keep pushing through.
Like anything. Look at the Vietnam vets when they came back.
Oh yeah,
They had to push through.
Yep, they had the battle with PTSD, with homelessness, with
Homosexuality.
homosexuality, dejection, and love from their families, and no help from the U.S. government whatsoever. They had to deal with that. They came out pretty good on the other side.
And what are you dealing with, huh? What are you dealing with right now that's bothering you? It's okay.
That doesn't sound that bad.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, you could probably get over that with like an hour of therapy. You don't even got to pay for the whole session.
Yeah, just talk to your neighbor. That's free.
Talk to God. That's also free. Because your neighbor probably doesn't want to talk to you. God probably doesn't either, but you can at least try. It's.
You had to do one. You had to be moment of silence for all those Vietnam vets.
This is a good prayer sesh. I got me a good prayer in there. Caesar, what have you been watching? You're saying watching anything interesting? I got a couple things I've been watching.
Watching. What have I been watching lately? You know what? I've been I did watch a little bit of this new anime because I haven't been watching much anime for a while, but I did find this one. I don't remember what the company that produced it, but it was a show called Guns.
Ooh,
and it was
I
like
think I've heard of that.
yeah, and it's like a dystopian kind of world where like people have had like weird like experiments done on them. So it's like you see a normal guy, then you see like the main character who's a revolver, like a literal revolver with arms and shit.
What the fuck?
He's got
That's hilarious.
He's like, but he's a detective and he looks cool, but he's just like revolver head. And he's
is
just
his head or his whole body?
his head is like a revolver in his mouth thing, but like and then he has like a normal body, but like his head is like
Okay.
yeah,
Weird.
it's called Guns, and he's a detective, and then he gets hired for different cases and whatnot to handle things, and then it was a beautiful show from what I saw because there's a bunch of different organizations going on and involved too. It's 2 seasons,
All right,
so it's
not
not
too bad.
terribly long. I think it's like 36 or 48 episodes total.
Okay.
But I'm like, man, I should get back into it now since I'm talking about it really. But yeah, it surprised me more because the powers in here, there's like a bunch of different kinds of powers. There's like there's just like some sort of like one of the characters in there has like a system that installed in him that he can use to manipulate people, but he can't talk. And it's just it's so weird. And at first when I saw it, I was just like, man, I didn't know if I was gonna like it, but 9 episodes later, I'm just like, man, this is pretty good.
As long as the storytelling is good, you can get into any weird shit.
Yeah, some of the characters pretty high.
No, yeah, in any good anime, you gotta have a few pieces of jerk material to throw in there.
Oh yeah, tons of it in here.
And if you don't, we'll find some.
I'll make some.
Yeah, we'll make our own.
We'll star in it.
Oh yeah, it'll be starring me. It'll be like those etchies and yaoi people write, where it's like character X reader.
Oh,
Yeah.
the spicy stuff.
Oh yeah. Speaking of detectives, you know the game L.A. Noire?
Yeah, I bought it on my Switch and I really liked it, but
Oh,
I never
nice.
finished it.
There's this guy on YouTube, Tim Rogers, and he does some like sort of reviews of games, but he does like a whole. It's fucking insane.
Like deep dive.
Yeah, he's like an insane creator, and it's like it's reviews, but also like discussions about the game itself, and he also interjects like points about like his life into things. Like he has a video on Pac-Man, I think it's like 3 hours long.
Whoa.
And he has a video on like Doom, like 2016, I think that's a couple hours long. There's one he has on a game called Tokimeki Memorial, which is like a Japanese like an old PS1 game. It's about like you're a high schooler and you're like going through like high school. And so you got to take classes and like go on dates with girls. There's like all these girls you can date. And that video is like 6 hours that he made of that. And I've watched it like twice. It is a fucking good ass video.
Damn, 6 hours.
Yes, but he's done one, the most recent one he's done. We've been waiting a while. Us fans of Tim Rogers have been waiting a while for this one. It's his video on L.A. Noire. And it's not really a review. it's like a meta analysis of Cole Phelps as a character through his actions throughout the game. So it starts with like him and he's pretending to be a detective like in his office, and it's like he's written it like a gritty like 50s noir like story.
Oh.
So he has the perfect cadence and speech for it, like the weird colloquialisms and like sayings, and he presents it as like something that really happened. So he's like and Cole Phelps was, before he became a detective, he was a policeman. And it shows like it's basically his playthrough of the game, but it's showing like Cole Phelps's history. So at one point he's like he makes it really funny too, because he has a lot of comedic shit. Whenever he get in fist fights, right? And
Uh-huh.
whenever someone knocks his hat off, he takes that personally. So it's like Cole was in a bar fight, then the chuckster knocked his block off, and his hat went flying. Cole Phelps didn't take to that one bit. He
Oh,
dodged 39. He dodged 39 of the assailant's punches just to let him know that one he got was a lucky hit. And then he beat the fight. It's silly shit like that. And then it cuts back to he has another like little cutaway bit where it's like him as Cole, and he's like shooting a guy, like unloading a clip into like his head as he's flying the car, and he like uses that as like a clip when he's like talking over like, or maybe did Cole just really relish in the fighting and bloodshed? And it's just like it's fucking hilarious. But like I said, it's 9 hours because it's the whole game.
Right.
But thankfully, he's broken up into episodes. So it's like episode 1 is each case is an episode,
Oh,
So
okay.
and it's got like breaking points like the introduction, and like when each of the different desks he goes to is like a little mini break there. And it's like so it's a 9 hour long video, but boy oh boy is it informative, entertaining, and titillating.
You see, now when that game came out, that came out like almost 12 years ago, that game.
Yeah, a while.
So I
Ago.
think because you know how in that game they had the facial recognition stuff, you could
Yeah.
see people depending on their reaction. If any game needed a remake right now with the way consoles are now, that game deserves a remake because then you could really see the detail when it comes to like analyze it. Because like on the Switch version when I was playing, obviously yes, the Switch isn't that powerful, but for that game itself, that facial recognition stuff, even throughout like some of the other consoles, didn't really.
It was
kind of
okay for the well-known actors. Like you could tell it was like them. Like there's one guy you find he's like in like Workaholics or something. He's like a comedic actor, and he just so you can kind of tell. But yeah, it's early 360 and PS3 faces, so it's a little waxy and
Yeah, but I think definitely if you're gonna incorporate that kind of system in there, like you really need to like because sometimes it's hard to read some of those people. I'm
yeah,
like,
or
what
it's like
the
what kind
fuck?
of face, or if it's that old guy, he's like.
Exactly. You're like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Or
that's like one of the first missions
no,
too.
for that one, it's like supposed to be obvious. Like, oh, he's fucking lying. He's like smirking. He's being a fucking asshole about it. He's like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, oh.
But
Fun
like,
time.
I don't know.
Yeah, it would need a lot of work though. A lot of work to get remastered in a good way. Maybe Rockstar's doing that after GTA 6. After all the money they make from that, you can put out a LA Noire remake.
That would be great. I would buy it.
The word would be.
Well, I don't even know the difference now.
Yeah, it's a nebulous term that means nothing. But I also been watching real quick Evangelion again. Went through the series again.
Oh shit!
It's a pretty sick. Depression got cured again, second time over. Yeah, it's nice. It's good shit. It really makes you think
about life,
about yourself, about your passions and dreams, and how you feel and what you're doing. It really is a fucking amazing show.
It's therapeutic. It cured your depression at some point.
It can really do that. There's a lot of characters you can apply yourselves to because all the characters are built so well. They each have their own different traumas and shit that you can relate to, and it shows how their flaws and their actions and how their actions are shaped by those traumas. And it's like, wow, if you weren't like this, and it makes you think about yourself, and it makes you think what you can do with your own life and situation.
It's beautiful. I remember when I watched it the first time, that ending really shook me to my core.
Yeah, it's also fucking weird. It's really weird at the end, but because I ran out of budget. But they had to make some stylistic choices.
Hey, you had to do what you had to do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. If you're Hideaki Anno, I think that's the writer. So you gotta do what you gotta do to make it.
And that's all that matters. We do what we do to make it.
Oh yeah. Speaking of other beautiful things, I watched Hamilton recently. A few days ago. Yeah.
How was that?
Alexander Hamilton. That's not one of the songs, but it's pretty good. It's a good musical.
I know one of the guys from Big Time Rush is in it, right?
What?
Like when it first came out, like I think it's the hot one. I think he played him.
I have no idea. Well, no, because in this one when it came, it's this one that I saw on Disney Plus. It's the he might be playing him now or something, but I think this was because it only came out in like 2016.
Right.
Yeah, and this one I saw, it was the actual writer of it, Lin-Manuel Miranda. He plays Hamilton, and,
Oh.
yeah, and his performance was all right. He had an interesting face and voice, and so I was,
Mm.
but it lended to the character, I guess. Plus, he's the one who wrote it, and it's pretty, you know, deep historically and emotional sort of story. So he was doing all the research and shit, so it makes sense he'd be the one to best portray it. Which
To get a good message across, for sure. Or
yeah,
maybe he just wanted to be in the movie himself.
maybe but it was on Broadway too. So yeah, it was a
He was
whole
on the
fucking
play.
yeah.
Ah.
How he was playing. Oh yeah, it was
He was playing in the play and he was playing.
it was
Playing.
it was a good history lesson. Makes you realize, yeah, he's Alexander Hamilton. He's one of the founding fathers that don't get talked about.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there are tons of other founding fathers or founding father figures who never get talked about.
Yeah, but he was actually he actually did shit. Yeah, he fucking.
Hey, Ben Franklin did shit. He fucked all those guys in those bathhouses and all of them.
So I'm sure he did. That's why he got on Mount Rushmore. Is he on Rushmore?
No.
Franklin? No.
Who is on Rushmore?
Washington,
Abe
Abraham Lincoln,
Jefferson?
maybe. I think
Jackson.
I think Roosevelt's on there. I don't know.
Roosevelt. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Maybe. I don't know. But whatever. Alexander Hamilton deserves to be up there. But yeah, it's a very very good view of history and the founding of America.
And when did Hamilton die?
Fucking in
Like in 1894?
Oh, that was 1776. So probably not even like early 1800s, because he was
1820-something,
he was probably like 30 or something. Because he got killed in a duel by fucking Aaron Burr, that piece of shit.
Aaron Burr. Hey, that's a duel.
Yep.
Hands, all's fair.
Yep. But he was gonna have a pistol in the air. He wasn't gonna fire. But Aaron was a piece of shit, because every time he looked back on his life, on all his failures, there was Hamilton.
He was jealous.
Pretty much, but because Aaron Burr was kind of a piece of shit. Like as far as politicians go, which most of them are, but he was one of those politicians who he wouldn't have stance, apparently, from the play, which I assume was very heavily
accurate.
Yeah, and researched.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you can also look in probably in historical records. But Aaron Burr, he wouldn't have hard stances on things. He wouldn't be super for or against something. So you could. So if you tried to, so you couldn't like pin anything on him because you didn't know what his stances were. So it's like, well,
How do you know how he feels?
Exactly. So he was like, I'm gonna, yeah, that was his plan, to just lay low and like work his way up through the government structure by just laying low, not making enemies, not getting too close to people who would be like, divisive figures. And that was his idea. But Hamilton came in from this fucking kid from one of these islands in the Caribbean Sea, and he's like, no, I gotta fucking make something of my life. My fucking dad died. My mom fucking died of a disease, and I fucking barely got a handouts from the villagers so I can come to America, and I gotta fucking do something. And then that's when the Revolutionary War was starting, and I guess he somehow got in cahoots with people who started back when it was still just like a minor thing, and then he was like, no, let's fucking do some things. He was super well read and intelligent. That's why he was able to make it to America. He was like, well, I gotta fucking do something, so he with his oratory skills and knowledge, he was able to help the revolutionary effort. And then he was George Washington's fucking his general's right hand. He wasn't the vice president, because that's not how it worked for the first presidency. But yeah, he was right up there.
He was right there with all the other ones.
Oh yeah, and then fucking Aaron Burr was like, "Fuck you, Hamilton," because also Hamilton didn't endorse Aaron Burr when he was running for president. It was Aaron Burr versus was it Jefferson who had the key in the fucking kite?
No, that was Franklin.
Frank, what was his name?
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin, yeah. So yeah, he was the third president. It was him against Aaron Burr, and then it was like a tie, and it came down to who Hamilton was going to endorse. And then Hamilton was like, "Well, I disagree with Ben Franklin on basically every single issue we have. We've never had like a really productive argument where we've been able to reach an agreement.
Huh.
But at least he has stances, so I go for him."
Hey, man of many words.
Yep. Yeah, because there's a line in a couple of songs. It's like Aaron. We if you don't stand for anything, what will you fall for? Because it's like, well, if you don't have principles and you don't have any stake, you don't care really, because you don't have
You have to have a backbone.
Exactly. You got to want things. You can't just be because you want to fucking make it up. You got to have things. You got to have a passion. You got to have something you care about.
You got to have a reason
that you're willing to die for, like America. America.
But yeah.
Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
Yeah, America. I love America.
I gotta rewatch that movie. What's it? The World Police? Team America.
Team America.
Team America World Police.
What
Pretty
was
good
it
one.
on? When did it came out?
I don't know, a while ago.
Long time. Long time.
At least 10 years ago.
Maybe more than that.
Probably more because 10 years ago was fucking 2015.
2015.
It was definitely up before that, I'm sure.
Man, 10 years. Do you think 10 years ago you think we'd be sitting on this couch right
Fucking
now?
Caesar, I saw a post on Reddit
Oh,
that
no.
was like, it was on the Let's Play Reddit, and it was like, it was someone starting. I was like, well, they're worried about what games. It's like, I don't know if I should play like older games, like fucking. It was like Doom 2016. It was like around that. It was like older, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or it's like, or Red Dead Redemption 2, or like, and I'm just like, oh my god, holy shit.
Older.
Yeah, and then it makes me think about how old we are. It's like, damn, yeah, fucking, yeah, 10 years ago, it was only 2015.
Yeah, and now fucking one of my girlfriend's brothers, like I found out he was born in 2008.
Yeah, it's like,
I
how's
was
that? No,
like,
it's like, no,
what?
like,
No, you weren't.
No one's born in 2008. What are you fucking talking about? That's made up. You're lying.
I was like, holy
It's like,
shit.
nope, they're
And you think about that, 2008 was 17 years ago.
fucking
17
Christ.
years ago.
Wait, no, and we're in 2008.
Yeah, 17 years ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to do weird fucked up math while I'm a little high, but yeah, that's fucking nuts.
Time just goes by in a nutshell.
Yep. Crazy. Just like time has gone by since this episode of the Vibin podcast and the last.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to the rebirth of
The
Vibin podcast.
remix.
Remix, rebuilt, anything.
And since we got to end this one like we end them all, Caesar, do you have a musical recommendation?
Oh, have I got some music recommendations? I've taken some pictures of some stuff here and there. I just got to find it. Voice.
Hoo-ha, hoo.
Hoo-ha, hoo-ha.
Ah, ooh.
Oh, perfect. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to be recommending a Queens of the Stone Age song,
Ooh.
No One Knows. Now, this song, it's kind of weird just listening to it by itself, but the beat, because this whole album plays as a story, because Queens of the Stone Age is actually from out here. This is a band from out here. This is from their third album, and this album depicts a journey from Joshua Tree all the way down through past Banning to, I don't remember exactly where, but it comes down from Joshua Tree all the way. It's a journey talking about that. So it's like flipping through radio stations on the radio. So each song's a little different.
All right, wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's a pretty interesting concept album.
I know. It's pretty wild. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I haven't finished listening to the whole album yet. I know I'm a piece of shit, but
Yep,
it's
just
just
a little bit.
I've been enjoying it quite a bit. Nice rock, classic, nice and heavy.
Nice. My recommendation is
What
going to
is
be
it?
a song from Hamilton, since I was talking about it,
Hamilton.
and it's a song. What Did I Miss? And it's sung by what did it say? Thomas Jefferson. He was the key in the kite, electricity.
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin. So it's Ben Franklin. I'm pretty sure, or it might be Jefferson. I don't know. It might be Jefferson. It's either Ben Franklin or Jefferson, whichever one was the third president. He's coming back from France because for like he missed like most of the war, and he was in France helping with some other shit over there. And then once America got free, he helped this guy, the Lafayette, to help draft the French Constitution.
Right.
And then he came back to America, and the songs he's like, "What did I miss?" It's like real jazzy, fucking 70s beat, and it's like, "Huh, well, what happened?" And it's like, "Well, it's fucking." It was a big war.
You kind of missed that.
Yeah, it was a lot. You missed a lot, and it's a good one. It's the actor, you know, the stage. I guess we call it actors. Yeah, he
Right.
lives on Broadway. Yeah, it's the same actor who plays the other guy, Lafayette. Same guy, and he's a real good character actor. He's got a lot of good gesticulations and facial movements and good tone range. He was my favorite one in the whole production. It's a pretty good song.
And if you like pretty good songs, why don't you give this podcast a pretty good like?
Oh yeah, because you heard a pretty good song at the start when it started playing. You're going to hear a pretty good song now as it's starting to end.
Huh. I really have to pee. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really have to pee.
Well, you got pants. Do it right in there. Or there.